Hey everyone, this is Joe from Arizona Fine Time, doing our very first review for you today on the brand new Seiko Astron GPS Solar. This is model number SAST015, which literally just landed the other day. Basically, you're going to see some distinct differences from the rest of the lineup. First, you'll notice the city codes are actually engraved on the ceramic bezel, making them larger and easier to read, more legible. There's also still the difference from UTC, which will read on the inner bezel or chapter ring. There's also red accents on this one, which is new to the lineup. Also engraved case sides, which you only found on the original limited edition, and this doesn't have quite as much engraving, but very similar. Now the big difference is the ceramic center links on this, along with the high polished links outside of that, and then the brush links outside of that. And the rest of the case is titanium, Seiko's own proprietary alloy. So the center of the dial obviously is going to be your solar panel, and does look blue in certain lights, but is most definitely black with almost like a sunburst type pattern to it. You can see the indexes are incredibly deep, like cliffs, just far raised above the actual solar panel. So we're taking the watch outside. This is fresh out of the box, still set on Tokyo time actually, and we're going to receive the GPS signal here in Arizona. So basically you hold down the top right button for 6 seconds or until the second hand reaches the 6 o'clock marker. And then from there you will see your second hand actually tell you how many satellites you're connected to. So right now we're at 5 satellites. The minimal required to pinpoint your location is 4. But basically you have 2 different receive modes in this watch. One, when you expose the watch to bright light, only sunlight is powerful enough to do this. The watch will recognize it's outside, and it's a good chance to connect with the satellites and update the accuracy, so only update the second hand of the watch. You can see the GPS receive is complete. The second hand pointed to the Y indicator, meaning that the reception was successful. So now our hands are going to adjust on their own to local time versus Tokyo time, which is actually a different date too. So you'll notice at the end that the date will change on this. But and then when you hold down the button, of course, you get your GPS mode, receive, which does pinpoint the location. You can see all models have nice deployment clasp, even on the silicone bands variations, at least that they have. So the ceramic utilized, like I said before, flows together very well. It's actually needed for the antenna ring, which Seiko developed in-house, that sits under the ceramic bezel, causing less interference than it would if it was actually titanium. There's also a GPS receiver in there that Seiko developed in-house also, which is only a fifth the power consumption of a typical GPS receiver. So there's a lot of technology, over 100 patents in the movement, which is very impressive alone. But this new model is definitely very beautiful, very eye-catching, and has already drawn a lot of attention here in our store at Arizona Fine Time. So if you guys have any questions, always feel free to call us at 1-800-486-3996 and check us out on azfinetime.com.